These people are amongst the greatest quiz players in Britain. Together, they make up the Eggheads, arguably the most formidable quiz team in the country. The question is, can they be beaten? Welcome to Eggheads, the show where a team of 5 quiz challengers pit their wits against possibly the greatest quiz team in Britain. They are the Eggheads. And taking on the might of our quiz Goliaths today are the High Flyers. This team of friends all work for the Higher Education Funding Council in Bristol, and throughout the year have various work quizzes chaired by team captain Mark. Let's meet them.
Hi, my name's Mark, I'm 37 and I'm a statistician.
Hi, I'm Richard, I'm 31, I'm a civil servant.
Hello, my name's Vanessa, I'm 41 and I'm an HR consultant.
Hi, I'm Sean, I'm 43 and I'm a website manager.
Hi, I'm Jess, I'm 31 and I'm a senior policy advisor.
So Mark and team, welcome to you.
Hello. Hello.
And it's university funding stuff that you do, basically, is
Yeah,
it?
that's right. So the government give us around £5 billion a year and we distribute that to universities and other higher education institutions.
But you quiz as well?
We do quiz as well. Normally I set the quizzes, so I'm normally in your position, and these lot have to deal with the questions, but it's the other way around today, I suppose.
Does setting the quizzes make you cleverer? Because I ask these questions all the time. They still know more than me, and it drives me crazy.
I know a lot of random facts. The problem is I don't know a broad range of facts. That's the general gist of it.
That might help. In this game, that might help. We wish you well. Every day there is £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs for our challengers. However, if they fail to defeat the Eggheads, the prize money rolls over to the next show. So, High Flyers, the Eggheads have won the last 9 games, which means £10,000 says you can't beat them today. Shall we give it a go?
Yeah, that's good.
OK, the first head-to-head battle is on the subject of film and television. Who would like this?
I think we're looking at Richard, aren't we?
Yeah, I'll take this one.
OK, Richard. Film and TV against any of those faces smiling at you winningly.
Chris or Judith?
Who do you want?
Is that Chris or Judith?
I'd say Chris.
I'd say Chris.
Okay,
He's
we'll go with
groaning.
Chris,
Let's
please.
take Chris.
OK, Richard from the High Flyers versus one of our own High Flyers here. Chris, to ensure there's no conferring, would you please take your positions in the question room? So, film and TV, Richard, they seem to pick you immediately for that.
Yeah, I think it was either sport or film or TV. They're the only 2 subjects that I have minimal knowledge of and no knowledge of the other subjects. So.
Chris, favourite film you've seen?
As a piece of theatre to sit down for 4 hours and enjoy, I like Lawrence of Arabia.
What about TV, Chris?
Oh, I don't actually watch a lot of TV, Jeremy.
Richard, this sounds promising.
Yeah, hopefully.
Film and television.
Fingers crossed.
You can choose the first or second set of questions.
Can I go first, please?
Here we go with your first question. What is the name of the character played by Hugh Grant in the 1999 film Notting Hill? Is it Daniel Cleaver, Mark Darcy, or William Thacker?
OK, I've seen the film. Mark Darcy is from Bridget Jones, so it's either Daniel Cleaver or William Thacker, and I'm going to go for Daniel Cleaver.
Let me check with your teammates.
No.
They've
William
watched
Thacker.
it.
No, we think not.
William
We think it's
Thacker.
William Thacker.
It is Thacker. Chris, your question. Which literary character has been played on film by Gene Wilder and Johnny Depp? Is it Willy Wonka, Ebenezer Scrooge, or Robert Langdon?
Yeah, Gene Wilder in the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory and Johnny Depp in the remake, so it's Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka is the right answer. Back to you, Richard. Who was the female presenter of the British version of the game show Total Wipeout? Was it Zoe Salmon, Amanda Byram, or Susie Perry?
Not sure on this one either. Susie Perry, she tends to present car programmes, I think, and motorbikes. Zoe Salmon, I think, is Blue Peter, possibly. I'm not sure. I'm going to go for Susie Perry.
Any Eggheads know this?
Amanda Byram.
Amanda Byram is the answer.
Oh.
Richard, sorry. Gosh, Chris, you could get the round if you get this one right. Gilly Coleman and then Melanie Hill played Aveline Boswell in which TV sitcom? Is it Bread, Brushstrokes, or Birds of a Feather?
It was Carla Lane's thing set in Liverpool. It's Bread.
He's right. Chris, you've got it. Bread is the answer, so no way back for you, Richard. I'm sorry.
Oh, well.
A difficult start for our high flyers. Please come back to us and rejoin your teams. OK, Mark, that was a slightly shaky start, if you don't mind me saying so. Any thoughts on tactics?
We have got a tactic.
Is it going to be deployed later?
It's going to be deployed. The tactic was to lose the first round.
OK, it's working. Yeah. All right, as it stands, the high flyers have lost a brain from the final round. The Eggheads have not lost any brains, so they're all sitting there rather overconfidently. The next subject is music, so have another go. Who wants this?
I think we've had this discussion. She knew it was going to be the nightmare round for her.
I'm the sacrificial lamb.
OK, Vanessa. Against anyone but Chris.
What about tremendous
Tremendous knowledge.
tremendous knowledge?
Yeah,
Dave?
Dave.
Go
Yeah,
on your
Dave.
call.
Okay.
We'll go for tremendous knowledge, Dave.
Right, Vanessa from the High Flyers against Dave from the Eggheads. Please take your positions in the question room. So, Vanessa, you think you're the sacrificial lamb here?
None of us wanted music.
Is that right? What, because of the classical opera dimension, or...?
Just not our forte, I think.
Well, it is a very wide category, Dave, isn't it?
It is a very broad category. Anything could come up, anything could happen.
Good luck with this. First or second set of questions?
I'll go first, please.
Here we go, Vanessa, all the best. The U2 #1 singles, Vertigo, and Sometimes You Can't Make It On Your Own, come from the 2004 album How to What? Unpick a mortise lock, pulverise a parking meter, or dismantle an atomic bomb?
Oh, none of them sound familiar, I'm afraid. Quite a political band. I'm tempted to go for the atomic bomb. Yep, I'll go for dismantle an atomic bomb.
How to dismantle an atomic bomb is the right answer. Well done, Vanessa. Dave, which creature lived in a windmill, according to a children's song that features the line, going clip, clippity-clop on the stair, oh yeah? Is it mouse, frog, or ant?
It's old Amsterdam, isn't it? So I think it's... I saw a mouse there. Yeah, mouse.
Well done. Not a frog, not an ant. Mouse is the answer, one each. Vanessa, who wrote the song Mr. Tambourine Man, a UK #1 single for the Byrds, in 1965? Was it Neil Diamond, Bob Dylan, or Reg Presley?
My husband's favourite, I know it well, it's Bob Dylan.
That's very handy. It is indeed Bob Dylan. Dave, Joe Washburn and Dan Hipgrave found fame as members of which group? Supergrass, Toploader, or Pulp?
Well, when start getting a bit excited and dancing, I tend to dance in the moonlight to their most favourite track. It's Toploader.
Toploader is the right answer. Well done. Third question, Vanessa, going well. In the musical Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, the song Bless Your Beautiful Hide is a solo for which brother? Is it Archie, Aubrey, or Adam?
Oh, I know the film well, but I'm not sure I'm going to get this. All the brothers are named from A, B, C, aren't they? So I'm guessing it will start with Adam.
OK. Well, they're named ABC as in...
Yeah, as they go down the Seven Brothers.
And out of interest, how'd you get to Adam rather than, say, Archie?
First man, that's just a guess. I think it's Howard Keel, but I'm guessing on Adam.
Is she right?
Yeah, they're biblical names.
The biblical names. You're absolutely right, Vanessa. Well done. I was just impressed with your reasoning there. OK, so Dave, if you get this wrong, you've been knocked out. Beethoven's work, known as the Moonlight Sonata, was written in which key? Is it B-flat minor, C-sharp minor, or A minor?
No idea. I'll go for A minor.
No, it's C-sharp minor.
Well, I wouldn't have got that in. Well done, Vanessa.
Well done,
you.
Vanessa. You've won on music. That's great. So you are in the final round with 3 out of 3. Please, both of you, come back, rejoin your teammates. So it looked as if the High Flyers might crash land, but they've actually taken off here. They lost the brain from the final round, but they've also taken out an egghead too, so it's looking lively. The next subject is history. Which of you would like this?
OK, I think the person holding a Masters in history is up. Aren't you, Jess?
Yes. Doesn't
OK,
make
Jess,
me a specialist.
the Masters in history is not going to help you escape this one. Who would you like to play?
Take Kevin.
Can't be Chris or Dave.
I think we've got to take Kevin or Daphne.
But Kevin's not weak at anything, so we might have all taken it on the strongest round.
Okay, I think I'm being sacrificed here. I'll take on Kevin, please.
We did have a team the other day who had the rather interesting and unusual tactic of playing every egghead at their strongest subjects. Their first player went in against Kevin on history, who had never, up until that point, even got a question wrong in history in 10 years. Knocked him out, didn't he?
Yeah.
So Jess from the High Flyers versus Kevin from the Eggheads. People taking you on your strongest subject, Kevin, a bit more. You'll probably enjoy that. To ensure there's no conferring, please take your positions. Good luck on history, Jess. Would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first, please, Jeremy.
See what you can do here, Jess. In British history, who was the father of Charles II? Was it Charles I, Edward VI, or the Duke of Northumberland?
Right. I did try and revise my kings and queens of Britain, but I'm not completely sure on this one. I think I'm going to go for Charles I.
Charles I is right, Jess. Well done. That's a good one to get. Well done. OK, Kevin, in the early 3rd century, when the Romans divided Britain in two, what name was given to the southern province whose capital was Londinium? Is it Britannia Exedum, Britannia Majoris, or Britannia Superior?
That was, and the one that was further north, which was based on York, was Britannia Inferior, so that this was Britannia Superior.
Yes, Britannia Superior is correct. Jess, your question. In 1958, the National Health Service introduced schemes for vaccinations to under 15s for polio and which other disease? Mumps, rickets, or diphtheria?
I'm not sure if there's a vaccination for rickets. I think it's probably diphtheria.
Diphtheria is the right answer. Well done.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Kevin, your question. In 1558, Elizabeth I learned that she'd become Queen of England while apparently sitting under a tree in the grounds of which stately home? Was it Apethorpe Hall, Hatfield House, or Thornton Abbey?
Yeah, she was under the guardianship of the owner of Hatfield House.
Hatfield House is correct. And what age was she when this incident happened?
1550. She would have been about 25. She was born 1533. So.
He knows a lot, doesn't he?
Oh, good.
OK, Jess. Which banking heiress and philanthropist erected the statue of Greyfriars Bobby in Edinburgh and was described by Edward VII as, after my mother, the most remarkable woman in the kingdom? Is it Angela Burdett Coutts, Eleanor Rathbone, or Harriet Taylor?
Absolutely no idea. I think I'll discount Harriet Taylor. Probably that will be the answer. I'm going to go for Angela Burdett Coutts, Jeremy.
Is she right, Kevin?
Yep.
Yeah. OK, Kevin, if you get this one wrong, you are out. Isidor Straus, who died in 1912 as a passenger on board the Titanic, was a co-owner of which business? Is it Bloomingdale's, Selfridges, or Macy's?
Isidor Straus. I mean, I know he was a business magnate, but... Oh, dear. Well, you know my record. Unfortunately, I'm not a good guesser, so whichever one I go for, it's going to be wrong. I'll go for Bloomingdale's. I don't know.
There's been a reaction among your colleagues here.
Well, co-founder with R.H. Macy of Macy's store, Isidore and Rachel Straus, the old couple you actually see lying on the bed as the ship goes down.
Kevin, 10 years unbeaten and now 2 within a short space of time. My goodness. You've lost on history again. The answer is Macy's. Well done, Jess.
Thank you.
Oh, Kevin, I feel your pain. Please come back, rejoin your teams. Well done, Jess.
Thank you.
Believe me, we do not see that very often. As it stands, the High Flyers are starting to soar now, because you've lost the one brain, Richard, but you've taken 2 of them out, including Kevin. The next subject before the final is arts and books. Who would like this?
I think Sean, you better...
It's me, is it?
Yeah,
Sean,
you better have a go in it.
Okay.
Sean, against which egghead, Sean?
What do you reckon?
Well, given Jeremy's advice, which is to take them on one of their strongest subjects...
I'm not advising. I'm
why
honestly not advising.
Why don't we go for Judy?
I think that's a dangerous tactic.
Your
It's
captain.
certainly unusual.
Captain, final word.
I think, Sean, you're taking the person on, so take a pick.
We'll go with the first choice, Judith, please.
Yep.
Yeah.
OK, Sean from the High Flyers versus Judith from the Eggheads on Arts and Books. Please go to the question room now. So, Sean, your team is continuing what we're calling the frontal assault on the Eggheads, because Judith is very good on Arts and Books, aren't you, Judith?
Well, I haven't done it for ages.
Of the last 32 rounds you've played on Arts and Books, you've won 30.
Oh, have I?
Yes.
Well, that's put the kibosh on it.
That's torn it. OK, Sean, good luck to you. I'm doing all I can here. Arts and Books, and would you like to go first or second?
Can I go first, please?
Here we go. Which duo made their first appearance together in the 1915 story Extricating Young Gussie? Is it Jeeves and Wooster, Holmes and Watson, or Tarzan and Jane?
OK, well, it wouldn't be Holmes and Watson. I think that's Study in Scarlet. Or Tarzan and Jane, I don't think. It sounds like a Jeeves and Wooster type of story, so I'll go for Jeeves and Wooster, please.
It is indeed Jeeves and Wooster, yeah. Judith, your question. Golconda, which depicts nearly identical men in dark overcoats and bowler hats falling through the sky towards a street lined with houses, is a work by which artist? Is it Monet, Magritte, or Miro?
Did you say Golconda?
Golconda.
It sounds like a Magritte.
Magritte is the right answer. He was completely surreal, wasn't he? Sean, who painted the first official portrait of the Duchess of Cambridge, unveiled in January 2013? Is it Wolfgang Tillmans, Paul Emsley, or Luke Fowler?
I don't really remember the name. I just remember that people didn't really like the picture. No, it's really got to be a guess. Can I have Wolfgang Tillmans, please?
OK. We're drawing on nothing there, are you?
Yeah, I really can't remember at all.
Anyway, do you know, Judith? Is it
I
Wolfgang?
think it's Paul Emsley.
Paul Emsley is the right answer, so Sean, I'm sorry you got that wrong. Judith has a chance to pull ahead. Which of these literary characters marries Edward Ferrars? Is it Maggie Tulliver, Flora Post, or Eleanor Dashwood?
I don't know who Flora Post is. Maggie Tulliver's out of Mill on the Floss. I think it's Eleanor Dashwood.
Where's she out of?
She's out of Sense and Sensibility.
She is indeed, and you're correct, Judith. Eleanor Dashwood it is. So, Sean, don't get this wrong or you're out. In Books by Enid Blyton, what do Molly and Peter find in an antique shop that ends up taking them to magical lands? Is it the singing bath, the lucky bedstead, or the wishing chair?
I've never read any Enid Blyton, so I don't think it would be Lucky Bedstead. That sounds like bed knobs and broomsticks type of thing. Singing bath or the wishing chair. I think I'll go for the strange one, the singing bath. I think wishing chair sounds too obvious. So I think I'll go for the singing bath, please. I really don't know.
Yeah, Vanessa, what's your thinking on this?
Go for the obvious.
We're thinking a wishing chair in an antique shop.
Yeah.
I don't know whether they sing in the bath or the bath sings at them or whatever, but I think that was beyond Enid Blyton because she went for a wishing chair.
Oh.
So you've got it wrong, and Judith is in the final round. You've been knocked out.
Okay.
So that leaves us very interestingly poised for the final, and if you both come back to us, we will play it. So this is what we have been playing towards. It is time for the final round, which, as always, is general knowledge. But I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be allowed to take part in this round. So, Richard and Sean from the High Flyers and Kevin and Dave from the Eggheads, would you please now leave the studio? Mark, Vanessa and Jess, you're playing to win the High Flyers £10,000. Judith, Daphne and Chris, you're playing for something that money can't buy, which is the Eggheads' reputation. As usual, I will ask each team 3 questions in turn. This time the questions are all general knowledge. You are allowed to confer. So, High Flyers, the question is, are your 3 brains Better than the Eggheads 3. And would you like to go first or second?
We'll go first.
Good luck, you played a really good game. What type of creature is a curlew? Is it a bat, a bird, or a beetle?
I think I know.
Well,
I think it's a bird.
I think it's a bird as well.
I've got no idea, so I'll trust
Okay,
you
I think
two.
it's a bird. That's my first instinct.
Go with the first
Yeah.
instinct. Yeah.
We're going to say bird.
Bird is correct. Help us, Eggs, where did you find a curlew?
Moorland.
It's got a funny long beak, has it?
Yes, the beak that goes that way, yeah.
It's a characteristic sound you hear on a moorland or moors.
OK. Egghead, Steve McManaman played football for which club between 1990 and 1999? Is it Liverpool, Arsenal, or Newcastle United?
Oh, God. None of us can do that.
None of us.
We've said we hope sport doesn't come up.
McManaman, what sort of
Well,
name is
sounds
that?
a bit
Is it
like
vaguely
a-
I
Irish?
thought Liverpool.
Yeah.
I thought Liverpool.
Did you?
Yes.
Well,
but
I thought McManaman might be an Irish name, in which case it might be Liverpool.
That's what I was thinking, yeah, it does sound sort of vaguely Liverpudlian, doesn't it?
shall we just go for it?
I don't think it's Arsenal.
So,
But
Some of us remember what used to be there at Ashburton Grove. Well, I think on balance we've got to go for Liverpool, haven't we?
well, sure.
well,
In the absence of anything else.
we're going to guess at Liverpool.
Steve McManaman played for Liverpool. Daphne's little inkle there. OK. You've knocked out two of their strong players, and they are going to struggle a bit here. Which name is given to the theory that in organisations people are promoted to the level of their incompetence? Is it Parkinson's law, Sturgeon's revelation, or the Peter principle?
I think you work
So
in HR.
you are in HR.
Don't put it on my back.
But you think it's the Peter principle?
I think
we
it's
both
Peter
think it are.
Principle.
I've never heard of the other two.
Yeah, OK, it's Peter principle.
Let's go for Peter
Principle.
Principle.
The Peter principle, Jeremy.
And Vanessa, you're in HR, is that You have got it right.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well done.
You know what Parkinson's law is?
No.
So Parkinson's law, it says work expands to fill the time provided.
Right.
OK, you got it right. Well done. Peter principle it is. All right, eggheads. In the ancient Olympic Games, the pentathlon consisted of running, long jump, discus, javelin, and what else? Archery, wrestling, or diving?
Might be wrestling.
Yeah, I thought wrestling.
Wrestling, yeah.
Yeah.
Wrestling?
Well, it's classical Greek, isn't it? We did a lot of that.
Yeah. Greco-Roman wrestling.
Wrestling, Jeremy.
Wrestling is correct.
That's two
You had,
questions.
you
not
had two sports questions. You had less trouble with that one than with your famous McManaman. Goodness me. All right, they're there for the taking. I can feel it. High Flyers, your question. Get this right. Put the pressure on. What was the first name of the wife of Abraham Lincoln? Is it Mary, Maud, or Millicent?
Anyone seen the film?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
I think it's Mary.
Do?
Who plays it in the film?
Sally Fields.
Oh, she does, yeah. Well, the general rule is
Millicent. I don't know.
I know it sounds very American, doesn't it?
Maud. Could be Maud.
I think we should go for our first instinct,
Mary.
which is Mary.
Try Mary.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mary.
You've not seen the film?
No.
But Jess, you got that from somewhere. Was that a memory or...?
Probably an Oscars, a vague Oscars memory.
Because it was Sally Field who played
yeah.
her.
Yes.
OK, Mary is right.
Oh.
3 out of 3. Doing really well. 3 out of 3 in the final round. Excellent play by the High Flyers. This is why our universities are in such a good state.
That's right.
OK, kids, if you get this wrong, they've won £10,000. The architect W.G.R. Sprague, who died in 1933, designed several of which type of building in London? Is it libraries, theatres, or underground stations?
Chris?
It's not underground stations.
Right,
That
okay.
was Leslie Green and then Charles Holden.
And theatres.
Theatres design is a specialist sort of...
Frank somebody, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Because Dermot
There must be
Yeah.
more than one, though.
Yeah.
Libraries, OK. Was not the 30... he died in 1930... Died in 1930.
Died in 1933.
Was it a great era of building libraries? Or...
Well, the Carnegie Libraries, but...
But it was probably 1910s, 19...
Yeah, I mean, given the specialist nature of theatre design, I would say he was a theatre architect.
Would you?
Yes, I would.
They are all sort of Edwardian looking, aren't they?
If he died in 33, obviously he was active around the turn of the century, which is the golden age of theatre building.
It was. So, what do you think? The likelihood?
Well, it's not underground stations, I promise you. That was Leslie Green and later Charles Holden. We don't know about libraries, they're not specialised enough, but theatres are a specialised field of architecture. And it was a golden age of theatre building, so there we go.
Yeah. Likelihood.
Yes. We think the likelihood is that it's theatres.
Theatres, you struggled with that one as well, didn't you, a bit?
Yes.
Fair to say that? And if you've got it wrong, if the jackpot goes to our very good challengers, your logic was impeccable. Chris, particularly, theatres is the right answer.
Well done.
Very good play by Chris on the end there. OK. So we go to sudden death. We haven't been in sudden death yet in this contest. Gets a bit harder because I don't give you alternative answers, OK? Good luck, high flyers. Which English comedian embarked on his Out Out stand-up tour in 2010?
Out. So English comedians, what we got?
2010. Not Ricky Gervais.
Russell Brand.
Alan Carr.
Oh, Alan Carr is a good...
Could be Alan Carr. Out.
Tim Vine?
Tim Vine?
No, not...
I've seen them all. No.
Jeremy's smiling. Might not be that.
I don't think it is that. I think Alan Carr would be a good...
Mark Watson. Out, kind of...
Alan Carr?
Yeah, we'll try it.
Alan Carr.
Leaving my brother aside, I think the answer to this is my favourite comedian at the moment. It's not Alan Carr. It's a guy called Mickey Flanagan. And he has a particular sketch where he talks about we're going out. And that means, eggheads, could be your moment. In January 2012, which banker was stripped of the knighthood he received in 2004?
Sir Fred.
Fred Goodwin.
Fred Goodwin.
Fred Goodwin.
Plain Mr. Fred Goodwin is the right answer. We say congratulations, eggheads, you have won. Well, you did all you could there.
Yeah.
It was
really
close,
did.
wasn't it?
That theatre question was more than a guess, wasn't it, with the theatres? They did remorselessly apply logic there. So you played well, eggheads, but you've been shot to pieces here, haven't you? By some very good high flyers who came in out of the sun. Well done. Commiserations to you. The eggheads have done what comes naturally to them, and their winning streak continues. I'm afraid you won't be going home with the £10,000, so the money rolls over to our next show. Eggheads, congratulations. Who will beat you?